I'm gonna start taking questions. Hopefully you guys are in the right place, and if not, welcome to the insanity. So, does anyone have any questions about, I don't know, voice acting in the fandom, ponies? You want me to say something as your favorite pony? Banana suit, hands up first. Banana corn.
My question is, how excited were you when you got your first real voice acting cast?
Really excited. I may have kind of had a Pinkie Pie moment. This was before Friendship is Magic even came out, but the equivalent of a Pinkie Pie moment.
Yeah.
Questions?
No questions.
You guys are shy today. Other cons, everyone's like, oh, yes, I have a question, please. I think, Rayburn, are you cosplaying?
I brushed my teeth this morning. Are you proud of me?
Well, that depends. Do you brush your teeth every day, or did you just brush your teeth today? Okay,
This morning just for you.
then I'll let you live for now.
Yes, there's a final score. It was kind of by accident, honestly. I thought Colgate was super cute. I was like, oh, her mane looks like toothpaste, and just for whatever reason, I think a couple of people I followed on Tumblr were really into Colgate, and they would post like pictures, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna try doing a little voice for her, and I didn't expect people to really care for it to take off, and then it's like, okay, I'm gonna like record this stupid thing in 5 minutes where she's like just singing about brushing her teeth, and the only word is brushy, and then I jokingly tweeted at the Living Tombstone and said, can you make a remix of this? And he's like, yeah, okay, why not? And then Sim Gratina got a hold of it and made Inspector Brushy, and I was like, oh, people like my Colgate, that's kind of awesome. And then the whole toothpaste cannon thing came from a Tumblr picture where Colgate was stuck in Pinkie Pie's party cannon, and so there was like, it looked like toothpaste was about to come out of it, but it was her mane. So I was like, oh, this would be a really cute thing, like maybe, you know, she's this super cute pony, but she gets mad when people don't brush and she shoots toothpaste at them. Yes, the people recording requested that you guys, wait till we come over so that they can get you on the recording.
What got you started on Homestuck?
Oh, someone asked me about Homestuck. That was like kind of by accident. I had a bunch of friends who were into it, and I was like, oh, I'm never gonna get into that. I'm never gonna be one of those gray people that walks around at conventions and wears the horns. Like, oh, it's too long. Why would I ever read that? And then it just kind of, I started reading it because I was like, oh, I want to try some voices for it. I kind of wanted to try, like, I love voicing ponies, don't get me wrong, but I kind of wanted to try something that like didn't have canon voices that I could kind of mess around with. And then I was like, okay, I'll start reading this, and then by the time I got to like Act 5, I'm like, okay, now I can't stop, and that's when everyone gets hooked pretty much. So yeah, then I caught up and got super into it, a little too into it. I just tell people, like, beware if you want to follow me on Tumblr, because yeah, I post a lot of it. I don't think Flutterwhat's here.
Actually.
Oh, come on up. I have a thing for you. You might have to fix them with hot glue because I had them in my suitcase.
Thank you so much.
You want to put them on? You want to model them for everyone?
Rina-Chan, I will be an in-character cosplayer, Vriska Surrogates most of the night now.
There can only be one. Any more questions? In the back, there's a lot of vinyls here today. It makes me kind of wish I brought my vinyl costume, but I wore it to Brony Fan Fair last year, so I'm like, I'll be Dash.
Who has been your favorite character to voice act for?
Final Scratch. Mostly just do it for my own projects, sad face, but I like doing it a lot. And I actually know how to DJ. I just want to throw that out there. Yes.
What's your favorite color?
Favorite color?
Yes.
Pink. I don't know if any of you guys have seen my OC, but it's like a light pink. It's kind of like this shade. And my cutie mark, for whoever was wondering, is an espresso cup.
What made you want to start doing voice acting?
I started playing video games. I started watching anime and stuff. This was like when I was a teenager, and I was like, oh, I want to do the voices. And I kind of, when I was a kid, even like I was watching Pokémon and heard Misty and was like, oh, I want to like talk for characters like that, but I didn't really know what voice acting was or anything, so I didn't get into it until I was about 16. And then I had some friends who were like, yeah, I do flash animations and I do these projects, and they told me about like Newgrounds and the Voice Acting Alliance. And so I was like, oh, okay. And I used to want to be a singer, so I kind of knew how to like record stuff on the computer, but I never tried voice acting, and I was really, really bad when I first started, so it was kind of like, oh cool, I'm gonna audition for this thing, and then oh, I didn't get cast. Audition for this thing, didn't get cast. And then finally I just got the courage to like post samples and be like, can you guys tell me what to fix? And kind of started practicing and stuff like that. Wow, there's a lot of vinyls. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 vinyls that came to my panel. That's so cool. Okay, go ahead.
Is there any spoilers on projects upcoming that you can give us?
I just recorded for a PS3 game that I can't talk about. Another PS3 game that I can't talk about. A 3DS game I can't talk about. I know, it's so exciting. I just did my friend's Danganronpa thing as Ibuki Miyota, which I was really excited about. Like a little comic thing that she kind of animated. I'm gonna be Rarity in this like pony improv game thing that they're trying to get animated. How many of you are familiar with the fan fiction Rainbow Factory? Probably a lot of you. They're making like a fan movie out of it, and I play Aurora in that. So I don't know when that's gonna get done, because it's a big project getting like something like that animated and getting a team together, but I have already recorded a lot of my lines for it, so I'm really looking forward to that. Oh, and Dusty Cat, for any of you who know Dusty Cat, just did a like Colgate commercial thing that I wrote the script for, and that just got animated. Okay, yeah, with the glasses.
What? This one.
So, I guess I have 2 questions. One is, what's your favorite project you've worked on? Pony project, and the second is, who is the best starter Pokemon?
But from a specific generation or of all of them?
All of them.
Okay, first question, I really, really enjoyed working on the Pony.move series because I just got to be so crazy. I've played Twilight in a lot of things, but a lot of times I'm just playing like straight show accurate Twilight, you know, just like, I'm gonna write a letter to Princess Celestia about what I've learned and that kind of stuff. But you know, when I get to like yell at Spike and I get to curse and be crazy and stuff, that's really fun because it's kind of out of her normal character, and it was just like, especially on Magic.move, getting to go so insane with Twilight was kind of like, I watched a lot of Lesson Zero for references for how to get like that sort of personality and still keep it true enough to how her character is in the show. Oh, let's see. I like Bulbasaur. I chose Cyndaquil when I played Heart Gold. Everyone chooses Mudkip. Like you gotta choose Mudkip. I haven't quite decided on my starter for X and Y. I think it's gonna be Froakie, but I'm not 100% sure because it's always hard to decide. When I played Black and White, I chose Smugly for Snivy, I guess is the actual name. My favorite Pokemon of all time is Gyarados.
Oh, wow.
Oh no, okay. Okay, so we have to repeat the questions for the recording, so. That, in case you wonder, I'm not like crazy and talking to myself, even though I do that all the time when I voice act. Do we have any more questions? Yes. Am I familiar with Equestria Girls? Yes, I saw it. I didn't get to see it the day it came out, but I did go to one of the theatrical showings out in Southern California, which is where I live. And it was pretty funny, the experience that I had going. I went with one of my friends, and I just wore this Rainbow Dash wig and then just like a Brony t-shirt and stuff. I didn't feel like going in full cosplay since it wasn't the premiere, but we got our tickets online because they said, okay, we're gonna sell out, you guys need to order your tickets, so we did that. And then there was this crowd of bronies there, and they did not order online, so they get there and it's like sold out. And they're like, no! And they're like screaming and yelling. It was like walking into like this mob scene. And then, so we walk up and they're like, they're sold out. You guys are never gonna get in. You should have bought online. We're like, we did buy online. Sucks for you guys. And my friend just had like this like troll smile, and they got so mad. Like everyone, sorry that we.
You know, Twilight Sparkle says you have to prepare and organize and make a checklist.
But as to what I actually thought of Equestria Girls, I thought it was pretty good. There were, I feel like they did a good job working within the constraints that I'm guessing Hasbro probably gave them for making the movie. I felt like the plot, some of the writing wasn't as good as it was in the series, just because it's like they have to make this preteen movie about high school and I gotta impress Brad and all that kind of stuff. But I mean, it was pretty good for what it was. Sunset Shimmer was an interesting character. I've been told I should try voicing Sunset Shimmer. So. Oh, and I like Vinyl's design in it too. It gave me inspiration for cosplay.
Banana suit.
Why coffee?
I love coffee. It's so good. This is an iced Mexican mocha. If any of you guys follow me on social media, I'm always talking about how amazing these are.
Where did you find it?
It's I like a 24-hour place around here. I forget what it's called, but okay. Yeah, they have iced Mexican mochas and they're really, really good. Epoch Coffee?
I know where that is.
Yeah. It's not that it's less than a mile from this venue according to my phone, so. Yes.
Favorite character from Fallout Equestria?
I'm gonna say homage, however you pronounce it, because obviously she's like a DJ, and that's something that I'm really into, and I'm gonna be voicing her in the audio adaptation of that, like the Fallout Equestria radio play. So I think they've done a couple episodes, but my character doesn't come in till later, so I've recorded promo stuff, but I don't know when you'll actually hear the episode where she comes in. In the back?
Are you allowed to use your voice homage?
Sure, I can't remember any of the lines off the top of my head, so can you or somebody else give me a line to... Or you can make up a line.
I know.
Okay.
Take over the universe.
Okay. Like the maniacal way of saying it? Okay, because I have like her normal voice, which is like kind of chill, and then I'm going to take over the universe! I think I had a line like, we did a promo scene and it was something like, but I care a lot about you, little Pip, or something like that, so. I don't know, it's kind of like my Vinyl Scratch voice. Oh, okay, sorry, I thought you were raising your hand again. Yes.
If you could voice any princess that wasn't Twilight, which would you choose?
If I could voice any princess who wasn't Twilight, I really like voicing Cadence. I'm supposed to be Cadence in the Journey of the Spark movie. I think I already recorded lines for that, but I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. I haven't heard from them in like a year, but I do see you have the Luna hat. I love drawing Luna, but I have a really hard time voice matching Tabitha's characters. I have done Rarity for some things. I've done Luna for like 2 things, and I try, but I can do a voice, but it's not as show accurate as a lot of my other characters, which makes me sad.
I have another question.
But we are pleased that you think we are best princess.
banana suit again because you're enthusiastic.
What programs do you use? This is like non-random question. What programs
No, it's fine. You can ask me whatever. I use Audacity to record. It's free, so you all have no excuse not to check it out if you're interested in getting into voice acting. It's audacity.sourceforge.net, or you can just search it. It's really easy to use. I also do a lot of editing and mixing because I produce my own stuff as well, and for that I use Audition because it's a little, it has more features, more effects, stuff like that. So, but yeah, if you're just looking to like record your voice and send it to people for projects, Audacity is totally fine and gets the job done.
So where did you get the name Rina-Chan?
Where did I get my screen name? It's totally random. I saw it on some site years ago in like 2006, and then I wished I could change it, but by that point people kind of knew me, so I was like, okay, I guess I'm stuck with it. But yeah, it doesn't mean anything. I just saw it and thought it looked cool. I would have probably gone with my original screen name I used for voice acting, which is Hashinka. If anyone gets where that's from, you get like 1,000 internet points. But no old school Green Day fans in here? Okay.
In the top of anime, do you watch Attack on Titan?
I've watched about 5 episodes so far. I really need to like see more of it and catch up. It seemed really cool. I liked Sasha. She was adorable. I'm joining like the whole Sasha is my waifu club with the rest of the internet. But, yeah, it seemed pretty cool. I have a lot of friends who are into it too.
What about Sword Art Online?
I'm sorry?
What about Sword Art Online?
Sword Art Online, I've seen about half of it, and then, well, I guess I can say this since the show's already out. I auditioned for Asuna in the official dub. I did not get it, sadly, as you guys can tell, but I did get into the other show by the same creator, Excel World, and I am the lead character in that, which is already, it's been showing on Neon Alley for a while, so if any of you guys have a Neon Alley subscription, watch Excel World. Yes. Apple Bloom. Oh, well, it depends. For pony voices, a lot of times I will just go and like, I'll watch part of an episode again, or I'll watch like best of this character on YouTube and just try to like say the lines after they say them, get used to doing the voice. Some characters like Twilight, obviously I've played her so much that I don't need a reference because it's also really close to a lot of voices I've done in the past. But for I know for a while I was doing Sweetie Belle for somebody's YouTube series that they did with like SFM, and I have a really, really hard time getting Sweetie Belle's voice accurate, so I would have to watch like Cutie Mark Crusader scenes and stuff like that and try to do, but I can't do I think where she breaks her voice is really hard, and I don't know, it's hard. For non-pony voices, actually, I'm just gonna add that in there. I just kind of practice by just doing the voice, playing around, finding voices that work. My friends and I have a Skype group and we do live streams, and we do it's another thing we do when we play around with Homestuck voices. We just kind of like do all these characters and try out all these different things. And what if this character said this or sounded like this? And so if you're interested in voice acting, I encourage you to also try characters that don't have an official voice, because voice acting is so much more than just voice matching. If you want to do ponies, take a background pony that doesn't really talk, or it's like Bon Bon and has 15 different voices, or a character like technically Colgate said "me too" in the show and therefore has a canon voice, but if they only have one line or something, just make up a voice for them. You can go to Tumblr, ask blogs, or read fan fiction if you kind of need an idea of what the fanon personality for that pony is, and then kind of make things up. I remember at a convention someone requested I do Sea Swirl because they're like, Sea Swirl gets no love, so I did a Sea Swirl voice. Yes. I read fanfiction? Not really. I'm sorry. I know I probably just disappointed everyone in this room. I've read the ones that everyone has read. Of course, I've read Cupcakes. Who hasn't? I mean, if anything else, you read it out of morbid curiosity. No pun intended.
What do you think of Cupcakes?
Well, it's interesting. But yeah, I'm more of I'm into the music side of the fandom as far as the things I like to consume. I have a bunch of friends who are musicians. I love listening to the stuff everyone puts out. Almost like so much of my iPod playlist is like musicians from the fandom and all the songs. I think like Life as We Know It, it's not technically a pony song, but that's my favorite song to come out somewhat related to this fandom. There's just so many good ones. I love the music. I saw somebody's hand go up and then it went down.
Can't be scared now. Okay, Wonderbolt.
Top list of how many songs in the fandom? 3. Oh. Oh no, I think 5 would be easier. Okay, wow. I don't know if this is gonna be accurate. I'm just gonna try to like name some of my absolute favorites off the top of my head. Like ones that come to mind. I really like Ultimate Sweetie Belle by Alex S. I really like, Every Pony's Bangin' by Silvahound and Party Can't. I can't even choose like my favorite Silvahound song. I should say like probably Hooves Up High because that's the one that I sang on, but I don't know. I really like Party Cannon and Every Pony's Bangin'. I like Beyond Her Garden. I think that's like a classic one that everybody likes if they're into pony-fied music. I really like Lost on the Moon. I really like the song, and I was really honored to do the vocals for that one. I'm gonna cheat because I know I'm forgetting a lot of stuff here. Yeah, I like a lot of Archie's stuff. A lot of Simgratina's too. Okay, speaking of Simgratina, I have a story for you guys because Matt Hill is out there signing autographs and he's a guest here. I met him at Cutie Mark Con over in Ohio and I said, hey, did you know there's a song out there? You know, I have it on my iPod and I've played it when DJing for my friends' parties and it's just like, my pie! And then it has music. I was like, do you want to hear it? And he goes, wow, I'd love to hear it. So I played, I think it's called Every Pony's Gay for Pie by Simgratina. And I played it for Matt just like on my phone. He's like, oh, this is so cool. I love it. I was like, oh, so I told Simgratina, I don't know if he ever saw the message, but I was like, hey, Matt Hill likes what you did with his voice. Any other questions?
Who is your favorite fan animator that you have voiced in?
My favorite fan animator that I've voiced for? Well, depends because there's like, people have different styles of animations. Okay, obviously I'm gonna give a shout out to Silly Philly up there. Do you wanna come on up here real quick? Cause we have someone here to cause chaos. Huge shout outs to Silly Philly. I was Snowdrop's mother because I know like a lot of you guys like Snowdrop and that was something really well received. I've always had fun because it's a great team of people. I like working for Max Gilardi, obviously. Jacob Kitts, who does the Reenacted by Ponies series, and he also... What?
Yes.
What?
You live in Texas?
What? I'm so confused.
Get up here. You get up here. You get up here and sit next to Rob. So how many of you guys have seen any, hopefully a lot of you have seen my Colgate videos, the like day at the dentist and the whole like
Is this working?
Toothpaste cannon.
Brushy. Is it working?
Yes, it's working. Say hi to these fabulous people.
Hello. I've never been to a con.
You've never been to a con. Okay.
It's so surreal for me. Like I just get here.
Okay. They have to hear us on the recording, so don't be shy. But yes, tell them about what you're doing. I think it will be very relevant.
My name is Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I do voices.
And I voice act for you, so tell them the things.
Well, you actually... She owes me lines right now.
I do? I thought I did everything.
No, Jurassic Park.
Okay. I'll do those when I get home.
That was like a month ago I asked you and you're just like
Please forgive me.
ignoring me.
No. But I did the... I don't know if I can say what it is, but I did those.
Oh, the verses. Mm-hmm. There's a certain Misty versus Rainbow Dash.
Okay, I didn't want to spoil it in case. In case you didn't want to tell me.
No, it just builds hype. So.
He also animates all my Colgate videos. That was one of the, I think the Star Wars was one of the first things that I did all the voices.
4 million views. Thank you. 4 million. It's a lot of. I have to thank you because the ad revenue I make pays off my student loans. So I owe you for that, sort of, in a way.
Well, you animate for me, so.
Yeah, I guess we could say we're even.
And I think my favorite though is Lord of the Rings, but I'm probably biased because I got to voice Final Scratch.
You specifically asked,
I
hey,
did.
I want Vinyl Scratch.
Could
Give me.
you write vinyl in for me, please?
I was like, well, I was going to use no whacking, but I know how you feel about that.
It's like, hey, come on, we're friends, give me a shot.
So yeah, it worked out.
It worked out. Yeah.
I'm sort of crashing your panel.
Yeah,
But
I have a lot of people crashing my panel, and then Rev was up here. I wanted you to do your Discord voice.
Do
okay,
it.
come on.
Do it.
Come on up here.
I want to hear it. I want to hear it live.
Let's okay, someone in the audience give a situation between Twilight and Discord. We're making this happen.
Twilight and Discord are at a wedding. He's the best man. She's the lady.
What pony is getting married?
Celestia.
Just Celestia. There's no groove. It's just Celestia's getting.
Just Celestia.
Princess Celestia, are you sure you think this is a good idea?
I know it is, Twilight. I am so excited to be here and have you be my best mare. I couldn't be more honored.
Oh, well, I'm glad, and now that I have my alicorn powers, I'll try to keep them under control, but wait a minute, what is he doing here?
Hello, every pony. Isn't it marvelous? Oh, Celestia, I'm so glad that you're getting married today to yourself.
Discord! I will not let you ruin the princess's wedding!
Oh, please, I couldn't ruin this if I wanted to. It's already a big enough ego trip as it is.
No, get him out of here! Fluttershy! Twilight, I reformed him, right? So I think he's a good guy now. I think.
Well, that's up for debate, but.
Up for debate?
You want to go right now?
Yes, let's go!
All right, here we go. We are in the debate room. It's now no longer a wedding, it's a debate room. We can completely change the scenario. All right. I will be your moderator, and I will be the moderator and the judge. Discord wins. End of conversation.
I'm guessing I have to animate that now.
Well, since I am your voice actress for Princess Celestia, then yes, I would love to get married to myself. Awkward. It's a brony convention. We're all used to awkward.
Oh, what's that spaghetti doing over there?
Discord, is that a new weapon of some kind?
What are you talking about?
What do you call this? What is this stuff? Hey, yeah, that's not chocolate rain.
Oh, well, you see, it's experimental. I'm trying to make a more concentrated form of my chocolate rain and put it into milk. I call it chocolate milk. It is the best idea ever. It is delicious. You should drink it every day. All of you.
As long as you brush your teeth afterwards.
I haven't brushed my teeth in 1,500 years. You mad? Why do you think I only have one tooth up here?
This is completely unacceptable. Get the toothpaste cannon.
Oh my, is this... Is this Colgate or lemongrab?
Discord, why you no brush your teeth?
Oh.
Give it up for Rev, everybody. Oh, we still have a half hour. It's like I just saw people coming in. I was like, oh, is it time for the other panel? Did we overstay our welcome? Okay. Anyone else have questions, requests? Yes.
First reactions to Wander Over Yonder.
I haven't seen it. I'm sorry.
What? It's a big package show.
I know I should. I have a lot of things I have to catch up on.
Favorite villain?
Favorite villain? Discord, duh.
Taking on the 12th Doctor.
I'm not like super huge in the Doctor Who fandom. My best friend is, so I have to hear about Doctor Who from him constantly, all the time. And I don't know. I think it'll be interesting. I'm excited to see it.
Have you ever seen Rainbow Dash Presents?
Rainbow Dash Presents. I remember. I think I watched a couple of their videos because I was like, oh, what's this? It's all.
I've seen it, so it's okay if she hasn't. And yes, I am crashing your panel.
Okay. This is a thing. Okay.
So who's your favorite non-Pokemon character in Pokemon?
Wait, favorite non-Pokemon character in Pokemon? So like humans?
Yeah.
Oh, I really liked Claire, cause I love dragons. I would totally be a dragon trainer. I was actually the psychic gym leader at my Pokemon League back where I used to live, but you know, it's like we didn't have a dragon guy because everyone's like, oh, that'd be too OP. And now they're introducing fairy type, so we'll see what happens with that.
What's your favorite con to events too so far?
Well, I kind of have to say Brony Fan Fair, because that would be kind of like terrible if I didn't. I love all different cons that I've been to in their own ways because it's cool meeting all different people, seeing what goes on. But I mean, this is the first con to invite me back for a second year in a row, so I think that's pretty awesome. I don't know, this is totally a side note, but I don't know if you guys have seen any of the promo materials for last year's Brony Fan Fair, but I'm also the voice of the mascot Rising Star, so.
Ponies.
Yes, there is a world outside of ponies.
A world without ponies. What are you talking about? This is a travesty.
So, you have like a celebrity, someone that you like that is mimic the voice of?
Oh, I have a lot of people that I like to mimic their voice. Outside of ponies, let's see.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I'm really into fighting games. The first fighting game that I ever got into that kind of like got me into the whole fighting game thing was Soul Calibur 2. And I used to annoy the crap out of my friend because we'd go over to his house and play all the time. And then like, you know, if you like push something before the fight starts and the character will like say a little taunt or something stupid. So, and I would always try to do it and he'd get so mad and be like, shut up, I just want to play the game. But you know, they'd be like, your soul is mine. And I'd be like, your soul is mine. Shut up. So I don't know, I still kind of do that if I'm playing games by myself. I'm like, oh, let me see if I can do this voice. Or I really liked trying to do GLaDOS. I know it's like, it's something that has to be kind of edited with a computer to get the effect just right, but there's a certain way that you do the voice before it goes through the filter, and I did that for an ITG tournament in the Midwest. Like I recorded that and they have like a special stage and GLaDOS comes out as like, look at all these pathetic little ponies. And it was really in the back.
Going back to your fighting game, just wondering, what was your initial reaction when you heard about the fighting mechanics game?
I think it's Magic C&D. I was like, that sucks, especially because I voiced Mayor Mayor, and I was really looking forward to that. I thought it was really, really cool that Lauren Faust came out and like tweeted in support of them. That was just like, it's amazing. I wish she was still on the show. I'm sure a lot of us do. But I don't know what's happening with their new game. I know like next to nothing about that. But if the chance comes to do voice auditions, I will definitely try out for it.
First of all, I know you probably get this comment a lot, but I'm actually a huge fan of your voice work. I was wondering what inspired you to start producing your voice talents? Was it
What inspired me to start voice acting, or what inspired me to start producing?
Let's go with the first one, voice acting.
Yeah, just like watching anime and playing games, being like, oh, I want to do that. I want to be the voice of characters in the thing, and then seeing that friends, because I never knew it was a thing you could do online until, now it's a big thing. Everyone knows about, oh yeah, you can voice act on YouTube and this and that, but this was like before YouTube was really a thing, so it was kind of like, people would watch stuff on Newgrounds. I was president of my anime club in high school, nerd credit right here, and people would always like watch Newgrounds stuff, and I was like, oh, like they use voices of like people like me who just sit in front of the computer. I can try out for this. And I just started emailing people, and then people got really mad because they're like, oh, you voice act in too much stuff. I'm like, well, I email people, like, you gotta go out, you gotta be proactive. Like, it's the same thing for the Pony Fandom. Like, I think most of the people work with you, they contact you, right? Voice actors?
It's both. I contacted you, and then you're like, okay, I'll voice everything.
I was the first one who contacted you, but I can't remember. But I know like a lot of animators that I've wanted to work with. I was like, hey, here's my channel. I do this and this and this pony. If you need anything, and then people started coming to me, and now I get too many requests, and that's why I'm kind of like, okay, I can only voice act for my friends, but. In the yellow shirt, you have not asked a question yet. Yes, you.
Favorite current anime?
Favorite current anime, Watamote.
Attack on Titan.
Could you voice Eris, Discord's female counterpart?
Oh,
just you.
Is that a thing? I didn't know it was a thing.
I've heard of it being a thing. I didn't know if people had like a headcanon voice they imagined for her.
What is your female
like,
Discord voice? I want to hear it.
What fun is there in making sense?
That works?
What fun is there in making sense?
I don't know. The Doctor Who back there.
I don't know if you're the perfect person for this question, but I'm kind of working on a story. Since you're part of the unofficial official voice of Colgate, if Colgate had a super move, what would it be called and how would it work?
Oh, like
Doesn't she already have one? It's the toothpaste cannon.
No, that's Vine.
Okay.
A lot of ponies have cannons.
No, there is a toothpaste cannon. There is a toothpaste cannon.
Okay, I forgot to tell you, Solrak did a redesign of the toothpaste cannon because now it's like identical to the party cannon, but he was like, what if it looked like this, and did like a little sketch of it looking like a tube of Colgate toothpaste, and I thought that was the coolest thing ever.
I need to
like
see that.
The cannon is actually shaped like toothpaste. I'll ask him to find it again.
Keep on forgetting that Colgate's cutie mark is related to time, so...
Yeah, Colgate...
That's just how long it takes to brush your teeth.
You know what's funny is that in the Colgate videos, we always get a bunch of comments from people saying, oh, you put the wrong cutie mark on Colgate. Ooh, why does she have Dr. Who's cutie mark? I'm like, that's her canon.
She's a time lord.
I mean, you can say that she's a time pony. You can say it's an hourglass for brushing your teeth. I kind of like, there's a song called First Night Alone, and I know the person who wrote it, All Levels at Once, I don't know if he's here at Brony Fan Fair this year, but I know he was lurking. Okay, yeah, so tell him how awesome that song is if you guys see him. I don't know what he looks like, but that's a really, really good song, and yeah, it kind of, it goes into like the whole Colgate being a Time Lord thing, and I think that's really cool too.
What was the name of it again?
First Night Alone. Oh, okay. Well, first final, and then the person in the back. Sorry, I didn't see your hand.
Do you think you could sing the Why You No Brush Your Teeth for Colgate?
Sure. You guys want the Inspector Brushy version? I think that's probably what most people are.
Brush, 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 brush. Brush, 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 brush. Brush, 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 brush. Lena, brush your teeth.
How do you remember such complex lyrics?
I like how someone commented, they were like, lyrics please. And someone actually responded and typed out every single
instance of brush.
Every single instance, yes.
Some people have way too much free time.
You've had your hand up, I'm sorry. A rap battle between Celestia and Discord. I don't have the talent of like rapping off the top of my head.
Doesn't mean you can't try it.
Okay, I need rev up.
Right here.
And I need someone to give us a beat, and this will be the biggest failure ever. This video is going on YouTube. I'm gonna regret this for the rest of my life. Yes, yes, okay, we can.
Like what you're rapping over?
Yes,
so,
yes. You wanna provide that?
So I guess he would be best leader, because technically he was the leader.
Well, I thought you were gonna play your guitar and we were going to.
Oh no, I couldn't do that.
You can. You brought your guitar with you. Come on.
What would I play? Guitar? All I know is how to do is chords. I don't think it would work.
Okay. We could have everyone do like the Equestria Girls, like. You have the milk.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm going to milk this.
Celestia and Discord in an alternate high school universe.
Okay.
You start. I can't
God,
do
I
it.
don't know.
What are you waiting for? Looks like Discord's scared. He can't come up with a rap. And I can't either, but I will try, because at least I'm saying something, unlike my rival. We should steal you away for another
Just
1,000.
stop with the beat, I need to think!
What fun is there in making sense, right?
Well, there's more fun in making rhymes.
Why do you like bananas so much? And by the way, you have a really bad Tana.
Okay.
Basically, versus a rap battle, basically, you're better off fighting Hannah Montana.
Oh.
See, you're
why don't you get up here?
Right.
I hope this battle will be over quickly for your sake. There's no way you can win. This ain't a battle of cake.
However, there is a man in a banana suit.
Bananas on the moon. That didn't really rhyme.
Yeah.
This is very bad. Someone put us out of our misery.
Just trust me, Celestia, I'm gonna bring the pain.
See, I can just get the crowd to do this for me.
Sorry, but this rap battle's really a fail. Now if you'll excuse me, I'm bringing the mail.
Oh, thank you.
It's a muffin.
So it is.
Do you like muffins, Discord?
Yes, I
Made in
do.
chocolate because you like chocolate beans. So I thought, oh, Discord would like chocolate muffins.
Oh, aren't you sweet? I'm gonna make it an alicorn. Thanks, M.A. Larson.
Curse you, M.A. Larson. This is all your fault.
The fandom is ruined. I'm leaving. Goodbye.
I don't know what this panel turned into, but yes, this is great. I'm totally okay with this. Does anyone else have a question?
Yes, little vinyl. I would love to hear your Fluttershy voice. Since I'm dressed as Rainbow Dash, would you like to do the cheer? Did you want to come up here, or are you shy? Would you prefer to sit down there? Want to come on up?
so fades to that. Fades.
Yay. Now, Fluttershy, you need to learn the elements of a good cheer. And especially when we're here at Brony Fan Fair, we really need to do a loud cheer. So, can you give me lots of support and lots of enthusiasm? Yay. Louder! Yay. Louder!
Push it up.
Don't let any of the Wonderbolts hear me say this, but that was kind of adorable.
Yes, you. I've only seen the animation once, so I don't remember that much about. I don't know. Stop playing so many video games, dear. Yeah, that's my best attempt at it. Question? Yes, Tyler.
Top 3 professional voices that you like to do, and top 3 anything.
Top 3 anything? Like, what do you mean? Like, any voices? Okay, professional voices. I really like doing Marie from Skullgirls because everyone tells me how much they like to rage when they have to fight my character. Yes, I like doing Izumo from Blue Exorcist because Blue Exorcist is a really cool show and you guys should watch it. And I like doing the princesses from Castle Crashers. That was fun. Fandom voices. Final Scratch, Colgate, Vriska from Homestuck. And if any of you guys are Danganronpa fans, I really like voicing Ibuki Miyoda. Yes.
Do you like bananas?
I do like bananas. Thank you for asking. And I also like cake.
Pancakes?
A banana cake? Oh, Twilight, I think you might have to rescue me from this situation, if you'll excuse me. Yes.
Any advice for aspiring voice actors?
Yes, I'm glad someone asked this, like, onto a more serious topic. We did a panel for this yesterday where we went over things pretty in depth for this, but the biggest thing is acting. Even if you can sound like a character, even if you can sound like every single one of the main 6 perfectly, if you can't act and you don't have the energy and your character's not believable, then it won't matter. So, I mean, I don't know, like personally I'd rather cast somebody who has like, they're close to the show voice, but they have really good acting than someone who has a really accurate impersonation but doesn't have the personality down. And I'm sure a lot of people would feel the same way. So I'd say like just really get to know your character. The voice will follow. There's a lot of things out there outside the pony fandom where you can create your own voice. There's flash animations, indie games, all this sort of stuff where you can just kind of like create a voice for the character and really get into their personality. So just like think about what you're saying, make it believable. Don't talk too fast. A lot of people rush their lines when they first start voice acting, and that's a very bad habit. So yeah, just acting, even like theater classes, anything like that will help you.
Rina, what would you say were the best way to organize, and what would be the best things to put in a voice acting portfolio?
Well, it depends what you want to use it for. You have a demo reel, which is like your general thing that you send out for projects. It's about a minute long, and it has a bunch of different, I don't want to say voices you can do, because you want to have a vocal variety, but character types is the most important thing. So you maybe try not to make it generic, but maybe you have like your villain voice, your like protagonist voice, you have like a young character, an old character. If you're a girl, you like throw in a little boy voice and stuff like that. But again, it's like you want to showcase that you can do different characters, different emotions, as well as different voices. If you are mainly looking to get into pony stuff, you can make a YouTube video with just like oh, here's a bunch of ponies that I can voice. But I feel kind of bad for the guys in this fandom who want to voice act because there's really not like a lot of male characters. You know, everyone wants to be Big Mac, everyone wants to be Shining Armor. So one thing that you could do, there's a lot of projects that need narrators. So you can, yes, I am looking at you. So you can try out to be like a narrator. You can also try doing a voice for a background pony. There's a bunch of stallions that don't really have speaking lines or just say a few things. So, you know, create a voice. It's always an option.
I was just going to add to that topic. There's the Voice Acting Alliance. It's a free web forum where you have, basically it's just, you have a bunch of projects lined up, and usually having very clear guidelines on what they want from the character. It's a good place to start, I feel. I'm actually enrolled myself.
Yeah, I started on the Voice Acting Alliance years ago. I don't really participate anymore, but yeah, voiceactingalliance.com, voiceactingclub.com. You can audition for projects. There's people looking for stuff every day. There's not like a ton of pony projects, but like I said, do more stuff than just ponies if you really want to get practice and get out there. You can also comic dubs. Comic dubs are a great way to start. There's so many comics out there on like DeviantArt, on Equestria Daily, and most artists are totally cool with it as long as you credit them, and you know, a lot of times they're happy that someone voiced over their work. So yes. The question was, how has voicing all these characters affected you as a person and your personal identity? I can't really say that it has that much because when I'm playing a character, I just try to become that character. I try to just get in their mindset and think about, okay, what would this character be thinking? I know a lot of people give acting advice that say put yourself in the situation of the character, but I don't really agree with that advice because how you personally react to something is different from how your character would react a lot of the time. You know, like if it's like, I get up in front of this room, I'm like, cool, all these people. Fluttershy gets up in front of this room, she's not gonna be like, well, I'm so excited. She's gonna be like, please get me out of here. So I think just like knowing your character's motivation, knowing, looking at the context of the lines, who you're reacting to, who you're talking to, those are all really important things. I know that kind of like strayed from the topic of your original question, but yeah, I'd say for the most part, I just try to become my characters when I act. Yes. Ever do improv? With my friends in live streams on Skype.
That works.
Yeah. I'm doing like a Homestuck improv panel for a con that I'm going to, and that's going to be really fun. People will give us like improv games and situations, and we have to act it out as our characters. Lyra shirt.
Thank you.
I have the same shirt. We could be twins.
How was it working with Hot Diggity Demon with the .mov series and all that?
Oh, well, as far as our process and stuff, it was pretty easy. Like, he'd just send me an email and be like, hey, I got a new installment, here are your lines. And a lot of times I wouldn't even get the full script. I'd get like the part that Twilight shows up in. And I don't know, maybe the reason is like he just wanted to make sure the script didn't get leaked anywhere and stuff like that. But so for like swag.move, everyone's like, what happens in swag? What happens in swag? It's like, one, I couldn't tell you. Two, I don't even know. I only got Twilight's part, and Twilight had like 3 lines in it. But like some people like to direct live. Usually he'd just say like, okay, do a bunch of takes and I'll pick which one I like. If I don't like it, I'll send you feedback and you can redo. So sometimes, like a lot of people who do comedy, they have a really specific vision for how they want the line to sound. So sometimes he would just give me a line reading of it and say like, I want it to sound like this, and I would just do that, but in my Twilight voice. So, and then he came into my live stream when I was playing Animal Crossing and was like, hey, let me come into your town in Animal Crossing. And I was like, sure, fun. And then he dug holes all over my beach. And that wasn't very fun. Yes.
Can you do a vinyl scratch voice for us?
Yes, I would love to do a vinyl scratch voice. Let's see. I'm trying to think of something that's not as generic as Drop the Bass because I've Everyone says drop the bass.
Or you just come home from a long concert and retire.
Just come home from a long concert. Oh. Because I have like energetic vinyl, which is like, yeah, let's get this party started. And then I have like chill vinyl, which is like, hey Tavi, what's up? Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go to bed. What is the sleep you speak of?
Are you kind of disappointed that various movie actors in animated movies don't try and give a little effort into trying to create a voice?
I think a lot of times if people do cast a screen celebrity in a movie, which is like a big thing now for like theater movies, they kind of cast them because they're selling it as a marketing thing, like, oh, it's this famous celebrity's voice. So I feel like maybe if they did a voice that was totally different, people would be like, oh, but it's not that iconic voice. It's not like that person. So I don't know. For all I know, they might be like directed and cast based on their normal voices. I really don't know how that works.
I go with her. Favorite voice actor in the fandom?
Favorite voice actor in the fandom?
Besides yourself.
What kind of answer would that be? Oh, myself. No. Let's see. For male voice actors, my favorite male voice actors are sitting in this room right now, both of them. Stand up. Yes. Yes, stand up. Yay. Grab you, stand up too. Okay, you can sit down now. Yes, Brohoof. Females, I'd say Meredith Sims, Eiley Monty, like there's a lot of people, like a lot of the girls at Silly Philly, because they're super cool and they've come a long way in voice acting their characters. So. Yes.
To the moon.
To the moon! Oh, no, I realized I forgot to give a shout out to Jenny Nicholson, also under favorite female voice actors, because her range is insane. Let's see, we have 2 minutes, so quick question, yes?
Are there characters or situations you found especially challenging to do?
Oh, yes, characters and situation. Characters, I would especially say anything that's not within my typical voice range. I get cast for a lot of young characters, a lot of like kind of energetic characters. One time I had to do Queen Chrysalis for a rap battle. It never happened, it never came out. I think they scrapped the project. But it's hard enough for me to do a Queen Chrysalis voice and then trying to sustain that for like, we were doing like a Lonely Island song and then trying to like sustain that in that voice was so hard. And now it's like not as hard for me to do a Chrysalis because I kind of got used to getting into that really deep range with some other characters that I did, but that was kind of hard. Just like Pinkie Pie is really hard for me to do because even though I can do high voices, I just have a hard time like matching her tone, I guess you could say. You'd think because I'm always on coffee, it would be easy. It's easy to get the attitude, but not the voice as much. Situations, I'd say sometimes like emotions that I haven't really had to act out a lot before. Like, you know, a lot of times when you voice act characters, they have like, you know, they're happy, they're sad, they're angry, like one of those things. But when you start adding more complex layers and emotions, like they're saying one thing, but they're thinking another, and things like that, that's when it can get kind of complicated and you really have to think about doing your line. Yes?
On a scale from 1 to 10, how well do you think this panel went?
I think it was a 10 because we had the whole Discord and Celestia thing and it was just insane. I don't know, I had a lot. This is the most fun panel I've ever done at a convention, I'll say that much. We have 1 minute before they kick us out, so does anyone have voice requests that they want, like rapid fire voice requests or anything?
Favorite line of Pony.mo?
Favorite line of, well, I kind of have to keep it clean because we have some kids here, but so I'll just do another one from Magic.move. This is my favorite kind of magic. Yes.
Can you, I guess, say as Twilight a lesson that you learned to Celeste?
Dear Princess Celestia, today I went to Brony Fan Fair and I learned the danger of too many bananas and too much cake. Your faithful student, Twilight Sparkle. Yes, in the back.
Just to make my friend laugh after I connected you with this gentleman here in Pony Animation. We watched the Pokemon animation. He cracked up and you did the Ponyville line. Can you do that so I can send it to him on box?
Which one?
When I think it was Applejack called Ponytail, it was Twilight. And she
Oh yeah, it was like
he cracked up.
Ponytail, get back!
Ponytail!
Oh, one more time, I'm sorry.
Ponytail, get back!
Ponytail!
Oh no, Ponytail's evolving into Rapidash! Yes.
Okay, sunshine, sunshine, ladybugs awake. Clap your hooves and do a little shake.
Do your favorite Pokemon.
Gyarados!
Colgate talking to Trixie about her great and powerful breath.
You better get started brushing your teeth because your great and powerful breath smells like plot. Excuse me, that is not what Sethisto said.
I went there.
Drop the bass.
Drop the bass! Like 2 more, and then we gotta wrap up.
Yes, I see you have a Vriska shirt, and I think I know what you're going to ask.
I was just gonna say, come on, Terezi, we're going on a Scourge quest.
Come on, Terezi, we're going on a Scourge quest. Does it mean that I get to taste lots of delicious red things? Not if it's that horrible clown swill you call Fago.
I was surprised at how many people got that reference when I put Gamzee in that one animation. That was great.
How about a different character from Skullgirls?
Which character do you like the most?
Philia?
Okay, I actually auditioned for Philia, funny story. Let's go, Samson! Okay, one more. One more, anyone? Chrysalis? Okay. I've been feeding off Shining Armor's love for you. Thank you so much for coming. I think they're going to have us clear this room because Matt Hill and Sam Vincent are going to do a panel in here right now. Yay! So if you guys want me to sign stuff, we'll try to find a place outside before they make us move.